morning, and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF, at 4:45 a.m. and goes until about 5. Today we're talking about freedom and productivity. What is the connection between freedom, the concept of freedom, mental freedom, financial freedom, emotional freedom, and productivity? For those of you who are new to the show, allow me to say a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I'm the author of the New York Times bestseller, Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people called My People, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel, Americus, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where of course, Michael Brown was murdered in the conflagration that initially ensued there as well. I'm the president of the really powerful 501c3 nonprofit. Let me clear my throat. The World Stage in Lambert Park in LA's Crenshaw District. Really powerful jazz and literature venue, performance space, and educational organization grassroots approach price for the neighborhood. Really powerful, interesting, powerful results coming out of this really unique organization, nonprofit here in Los Angeles. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature is from the University of California at Riverside. I'm currently a professor of English Lit at LMU here in Los Angeles. I'm an expert at being productive, all right? I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity given how really crazy my own personal narrative is. I am the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave to me at 17, then subsequently gave me up for adoption to an amazing single divorcee. Yet at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as Cool Mo D famously said, how you like me now, right? And if I can be this productive and be so through joy at 4:45 in the morning, so can many of us who are watching this show, right? And we like to, just as a personal interest, work with individuals who've been through a little something. Because when people like us can have great success, it can be a boon. It can be an encouragement, an inspirational piece to others who also come from difficulty, who may heretofore not think that they can do it, can make it, because it seems too difficult. So thanks for being here. We have a really interesting show today because we're talking about freedom, Wow, this is such an important topic because at times, because of how freedom is used in political discourse, people are somewhat turned off to freedom on certain sides of the kind of of the political spectrum. But freedom is super duper important, and as we'll get into today. In the morning show, before we dive into our core discussion today, in the morning show, we'd like to also touch on the idea of framing your day before your day has a chance to frame you. At times, speaking of freedom, at times we wake up with trouble on our mind. As I've been sharing recently, I've been doing just that very thing, waking up with pretty complicated, serious situations happening in my own life, which of course everyone has those things, but we're talking about me right now. And so when I'm speaking about these techniques and strategies, I use them with myself as I go through my own challenges in life as well. And that's why I have such supreme confidence in them, because I know they work. It reminds me of the commercial and also the great Biggie lines, Smalls line. I'm not only a client, I'm the president. I'm not only a client, I'm the player president. From the Men's Hair Club commercial. Let me clear my throat. So today we're talking about freedom. And it's interesting that we're talking as we have a brief sidebar about the import of framing your day before your day has a chance to frame you. When you wake up with with trouble on your mind, that creates stress. And as we know, stress is a killer. It breaks you down. It's a terrible situation when you're feeling stressed out. that can follow you throughout your whole day. For some of us who are weeks, months, and that is and has been our lives for a very, very long time. We feel stuck. We feel imprisoned. We feel the antithesis of freedom in our lives. And so we're here to say that that does not have to be you, right? At all. So we like to talk about this in the context of a ritual. Ritual can be defined as essentially doing the same thing at around the same time. Okay, so let me just give you my brief morning ritual to serve as an exemplar. In the mornings, I wake up each weekday morning at 3 a.m., including this morning, hella early, too early. I read a couple of spiritual business books. I do our show right now at 4:45 a.m. Then I work on my current book. I work on my current book for a while longer. Then at sunrise, I walk out to the beach. I live here along the coast in Venice Beach, California. I walk out. I bring my drum. I meditate. I pray. Do yoga. It's extremely powerful. Early in the morning here, just me and the dolphins. I come back, I work on my book a while longer, then go back to the beach to run up the coast all the way past Santa Monica's Pier, run all the way back to my gym here in Venice, the Gold's Gym, get my buff on. Guys, by 10 o'clock or so, I'm feeling free, feeling amazing. My body is being flooded with endorphins, and I leverage that endorphin release to move me towards my goals and objectives. Again, we're not saying do what I do. We're going to help you do what you do. And that's part of what makes this such a powerful teaching service. It can be tailored to each individual's needs, belief system, and schedule. So anyway, so for me, I'm reading these two great books now as part of my morning reading. I'm reading a book called The Nag Hammadi Reader, which is a long book of spiritual first, second, and third century Gnostic writings, really powerful. And I'm also reading a book called Cash in the Flash. Reading actually again. I just finished reading the book, as if you know the show, but it was so good. I'm going to read it again right now, back to back. So I restarted this book I think yesterday, so 2 days ago. So that book is a mixture of spirituality and entrepreneurial strategy. Really a unique way they put together this book. So from those two books, I extract some wisdom, which I call the morning chant. And today's morning chant is, as a meditating natural mystic, I choose freedom because freedom leads to great art, justice, and abundance. Right? So I think about that throughout my day. I contemplate. I place it on my phone, for example, and I also create the morning and afternoon shows based upon that reading. So today we're talking about freedom. All right? Go to productivethroughjoy.com. See about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being more productive through joy. Let's dive into the topic. So point one is you want to have freedom as an objective. For many of us, we just get stuck, and we think that this is our life. These are our lives, our family's lives, and we don't have a way out of it. We are stuck. So freedom isn't even on our mind and our purview. We just accept, right? That's a lot of people, guys. So job one is deciding, I want freedom in my life, financial freedom, kind of freedom from addiction, which, as we know, is increasingly a problem. Because when you are not free, I would call it spiritual freedom or liberation. When you feel stuck, you want to medicate, which goes into point two. As opposed to, once you choose freedom, as opposed to medicating on substances, you have to decide to medicate on freedom. I know when I feel stressed, as I have been lately, just going through some super major drama, unexpected. You just want to have a beer. You just want to medicate in some way. But as opposed to that, though, I've been working on just medicating on freedom. Doing what needs to be done to get the freedom piece working, which goes right to point three. As you begin to medicate on freedom, which is kind of a way of choosing freedom, as opposed to choosing something else to medicate upon, you begin to experience a powerful growth in your productivity. All right, boom goes the dynamite. Learn more by going to productivethroughjoy.com. This is only a teaser of what we do. We have a powerful program. Thanks for being here. We are each weekday morning at 4:45 a.m. and 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube's Michael Datcher channel. All right, so until this afternoon at 4:45, we'll see you. Let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.